Hi guys, Andrea Unger here. I'm an algo trader, and you know what I think about algo trading, systematic trading, automated trading. Call it as you prefer, and you know my opinion if you follow me. But I want to let you know also opinion of other traders, and I invite you now to listen to what a very skilled trader means and thinks about automated trading, about algo trading. Listen carefully because it's really interesting.
First of all, thank you for having me. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. My name is Fabien Fischer. I live in Luxembourg. I'm a trader. I'm a systematic trader, and that is how I do my living. I trade now for about 7 years, more or less. Yes, so 6, 7 years, more or less. I was always fascinated of statistics. Yeah, I was trying a few different approaches, and but I always came back to systematic trading, and that is what I want to do, and that is what I'm able to do. Yeah, and all the others they're okay, but my favorite is always and will always be systematic trading. Many markets, not only one, but I try to have. I have a big list of markets, starting with the S&P, Mini, Russell, crude oil, gasoline, gold, soybean meal. So markets that are liquid, that have a lot of volume. Yeah. So futures. Yeah. The main futures, let's say. I have only one platform, the Trade Navigator. Since a very long time, I'm using the Trade Navigator, and that's the only one. Brokers, I have a few ones. IB, Interactive Brokers. Then a smaller one in United States. It's called Future Pass Trading, and the World Cup is dormant trading. So I have 3 accounts, and yes, I'm okay with that. So I started in 2017. That was my first World Cup. It was okay, but it could have been better. So I didn't make it. I never made it the top 5. I could have, but that time I wasn't able, maybe, to achieve the goal. In 2018, I was third with 63%, more or less 63. 2019, that was my third. I was a bit better, 140%, around 140%, so also third place. And this year is a bit more complicated, but I was once number 1. But after it was everything crashed down, let's say, not my account, but the markets crashed down. So, but anyway, I'm doing okay. So I have my 30, 40, 50% right now. It's difficult to say only one. I think there are many different ones that come together. I think I have a lot of patience. I put a lot of time into what I'm doing, and I think it's also a long process. But without the effort behind, I think you will never achieve your goal. So thinking logically is very important. Yeah, having good strategies. Yeah, finally helps a lot. Well, I always started with 15,000, so I could also start with 10, but I did choose 15 because I wanted to have some space for a few more strategies. So I'm running 4 to 5 strategies, different strategies on one account. Yeah, but doesn't mean that these strategies run at the same day. So it could be that one is working on Monday, the other one on Tuesday, and so on. Yes, 4 to 5. Yeah, that is a good number, let's say, to do it. Makes it a bit more risky than my normal account, but well, if you want to achieve a good place, then you need to take also some more risks. That's for sure. I try to work with different markets first of all, so not only one, because markets tend to also to be different from time to time, and different approaches. So it's a mix of different markets, different approaches. Let's say some trend following strategies, some seasonalities. Also every time on an intraday basis, then some breakouts also. Sometimes I mix also different approaches, meaning seasonalities with breakouts or seasonalities with something else. I also created my own approaches of my own, and works quite good. I think the best is always to mix everything, okay? Different markets, different approaches. If one approach doesn't work, so maybe the other one comes into place and then works much better. So therefore it's very important. Yeah, I'm not putting all my money into one approach. So it's a mix of everything. I'm not changing. No, I'm not changing because I just want you to go through, yeah, with the same, because the systems, they work. Yeah, so why should I take out some of my good strategies? Yeah, so, and taking in more risk and more strategies, I don't need to. I have my risk, I know my risk, and that's okay. So I'm not changing my portfolio during the competition. Yeah, only if I make so much money, let's say, that I could switch to 2 contracts or take one more strategy into account, but that means you have to double your portfolio. But it's okay like this. Yeah, okay. I'm not changing. Yeah, not too easy. Let's say everyone thinks that it's the same as your normal trading, but the World Cup gave me some better mindset now. Okay, I see now things a bit differently. That's a good part of the competition, but it's much tougher just to run your strategy during 1 year on the World Cup. So it's you just watch your systems on the World Cup and everything else stays behind. I mean, all your focus is on this because you want to achieve a good result. You don't want to lose money. So it's not too easy, but it helps you to get also a better trader finally, and that's a good thing. Yeah. I said it already before. You need to take some more risk, otherwise it's not possible. Yeah. So I mean, for this competition, I run an account with 15K, but if you trade on your own, you would trade the same strategies maybe on an account of 30,000. Okay, because everything goes on percentages. If you want to get a high percentage, you need to take some more risk. That's for sure. But still, I'm not gambling. I'm not taking too many risks, but not extremely. Okay. Especially my first in 2017. I think I was not ready yet for such competition. Okay, the mindset is quite important, but at that time I had good strategies, really good strategy. I could have made also a good place, but I was not ready to run the strategies for the whole year. And you should never do it, by the way. I started to select my trades. Okay, I tried to foresee if there would be a good trade or not, and absolutely that was not my best decision. I would change it immediately if I could, because now I see things also differently. And then the year after, I changed completely. So I was just running my strategies till the end, okay, without any hesitation, let's say, and that was the right decision. But otherwise, I wouldn't change much, because I'm dependent on my strategies. If the strategy is not working, well, I'm not doing a good place. Yeah, I'm just not in the top 5, and that's the point. It's about mindset. If you have the right mindset, I think everything is possible. Yeah. Maybe everyone a bit who participates, okay, it's also a game. It's kind of game. So if you want to give your best and you want to see how far you can go, yeah. So same for me, okay. Going back 5 years now back, I also saw the masters of this World Cup and how much they did, and then I said to myself, well, you can also do it something like this, and you have good strategies. If the strategies keep on going, then you can do a good place. So for me, it was also, I could show everyone that this is working, what I'm doing, okay, or because you put a lot of effort and time into this, so you want also something back, and that is what is better than getting a good place in this competition. Yeah, that gives you something. And I think also you get not only a trophy or whatever, but it helps you getting better. Okay, it helps you to focus things on in a different way and to see things differently. That is, I think, for a systematic trader, and also for other traders, by the way, it can be a boost for your trading. You can get a better trader just being in a competition like this, because you have more pressure, and pressure means different habits, yeah, and different actings or actions. First of all, finding the right approach for everyone. I think for me it was systematic trading. Maybe for someone else it is something else. Yeah, maybe somebody else wants to stay in front of the PC just for the full day. Okay, and I want to run my systems by computer. Okay, and not everyone is able to do it. You should try a few things, and then if you find out what is good for you, then you should focus only on this. And only if you focus on one thing, then you can also be better after a while, okay? If you focus on too many things, it doesn't work. If you find your approach, then put time and effort into this. And if you have a passion for it, well, perfect, yeah? Then you will achieve also your goals, I'm pretty sure, okay? Yeah. I think that's it. I think what helped me a lot becoming a better trader is also I had a lot of ideas, and I was reading a lot, I was doing a lot of research. Yeah, that is where you get your ideas also, research. And finally the boost came as I bought a trading software. For me, it was a Trade Navigator, but it doesn't mean that you need to buy a Trade Navigator. There are many good ones on the market. You need to find the best one for you, and then don't trust anyone. Just trust what you see and what you find out. So if I get an idea somehow, I find it on the internet, first I do, I'm checking it, okay? I'm not trading, I'm not copying anything. I just want to check it myself. And then take the idea and do your own stuff with it. I think that helps a lot, so that you can identify the strategy as your own strategy, okay? And that you're not just copying something, but you have to live it also somehow, the strategy, let's say. I think that is a good point. You need a good software that helps you. You will get better, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So guys, you've seen it's an interesting world, a fascinating world, and everything related to systematic trading, call it as you prefer. There are numbers on the base of a decision. This is algo automated systematic trading. But if you are curious, if you are more curious, and if you are thrilled by this, you can register to the link here below. It's free, and you will get more information about this algo world. See you there.